Hey guys, Solar here, back again with another review. Today we'll be taking a look at the G.I. Joe Classified Series Target exclusive Cobra Island Firefly. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alrighty guys, as I said before, today we're taking a look at Firefly. He is part of the G.I. Joe Classified Target exclusive Cobra Island wave. And before I get into the aesthetics and articulation of this guy as he comes out the package, you know, business as usual, I'd like to give a quick shout out to my buddy T-Biz. Shout out to T-Biz once again. Gee whiz. For hooking me up with this figure. He walked into his local Target and found 6 of these bastards. So, could have made about $300, but chose not to. His loss. So, getting right into it. I must say, of all the crazy psycho villains from Cobra I've looked at from this line, this guy looks the most like a terrorist. So there's that. Kind of scary, but a really awesome figure. Once again, I mean, what do you expect from the G.I. Joe Classified series? I don't mind this look either. I know some people don't care for the big vest and stuff, but kind of helps modernize it. And honestly, this dude needs a little bit of protection. He's blowing shit up. But looking at that head, crazy face there. This dude looks like he's about to snap. I will say, he does reuse some parts from Beachhead and Snake Eyes and Destro. He's got the Destro boots, Snake Eyes legs, and the Beachhead, I assume torso, arms. Then, of course, the head is different, but he probably has the same neck. His mask is kind of like Storm Shadow's, but it's all discombobulated because, again, he's about to snap. So that's cool. He's got the peg hole on the back for his backpack, which we'll talk about during the accessories. But articulation on this guy. So I can rotate all the way around, snap his neck. Now he's dead. You know, if the explosives don't kill him first. He can look up and down, but the hinge is a little looser. Oh, look at that. I got it to pop. You can have him look up a little bit. And then down. But again, you're probably going to want to heat the hinges on these guys. I've gotten pretty much all these figures except for the Cobra Trooper, for obvious reasons. And all the neck hinges are super duper tight, so I guess that's a plus. He's got the ball joint in the neck, so you can give him a little bit of attitude. And then shoulders will go out to the side on a right angle to the body before they start bumping into stuff. He's got a butterfly joint that worked well on both sides right up the package, so thumbs up for that. Pulling his arm back down. Rotate his arm all around if it wasn't for the grenades and shoulder piece. I like this shoulder piece too. I think that's kind of cool. He's got a swivel at the bicep, double jointed elbows, and yes, of course, he can punch himself in his own face. It's lots of fun. Wrists, swivel, and this side hinges up and down. What about this side? I think this is in and out. In and out on the other side. He's got a ab crunch, but you ain't going to be able to use it. And then the waist, it does swivel, but again, you're not going to be able to get a ton out of that. So there is that. Might be able to... It's pretty stiff. Then the hips, speaking of stiff, they do kick out to the side better than Spider-Man, of course. They are on drop-downs that are kind of loosey-goosey, but this guy, they're not too bad. They do kick forward. But I did heat mine before I moved them because I saw the whoosh kind of stressed his out on this side. Luckily, this side on mine was kind of loose already, but I had to loosen up this other side. I will say that too. You're going to want to heat the legs up on these. If it feels like you're going to get a little bit of a then I would just heat them up and then do that. Because hashtag don't break your toys. Nobody wants to do that. Thigh cut, I will say also, this thigh cut on mine was like almost stuck, but I got it to crack and move. So that's good. Double joint at the knee, and I will say the knees on this guy are crazy too. They're super tight. Considering it's a reused mold for the skeleton of him anyways, the arms, the legs, the boots, the torso probably, and even the neck. And the crotch piece here are all reuse, but lots of tight joints regardless of that. It's got a boot cut, hinge in the foot, as well as a rocker and peg holes on the bottom of his feet. So, yeah, pretty solid, literally. Everything is overall pretty tight on this guy, so yeah, that's a plus. Because my Storm Shadow also, shout out to T-Biz for the hookup on that one, he had a little bit of a loosey-goosey, was it ab crunch, if I remember correctly? But that's just Overlord's crappy luck for you. I'm guessing that's not on all of them. Could be wrong. But he was fairly loosey-goosey, so this guy is definitely making up for that. But with that being said, it's time to move on to the accessories. Moving on to the accessories, and Firefly comes with a pretty decent spread, all things considered. Although I would have maybe liked a extra gun, a sidearm of some kind, but he does not have a holster on his hip for such things, so I guess he doesn't need it. But the first thing we're going to look at is this backpack, because this backpack is literally one of the best backpacks in the line, because you can pick almost everything onto it. So he comes with the little, I'm guessing this is a bomb of some kind. It's got a slit on the bottom. What you can do is peg it in, as long as you have it facing the right way, that is. You can peg it into there. Bear with me as I struggle to figure that out. Oh, there we go. There. Snaps right in. Nice and tight. Then you got the controller for his little drone buddy, which we'll talk about in a minute. Peg that in like so. Kind of fits in like this. It's a little loose, but that's good, so you can actually pop it out. Trying to think, does it go that way or this way? Might actually go this way. Yeah, I think it goes that way. I had it upside down. His gun, it's got a peg on the side. It can peg into the backpack as well. Just gotta find the peg hole. Which can be easier said than done, to be honest with you. What the heck? You know, the other day I could find this super easy, but now, not so much. There it is. It's way at the bottom. So you can peg that on there. And then we can take this whole thing and peg it onto his back here into the peg hole, which, again, I can't seem to line up pegs with holes today. It just, stars are not lining up. And it's actually, excuse me, fairly easy to do. It's just you have to not be an idiot. Like yours truly. Personally, though, I like to display him holding his gun, so I'll probably do that. But next up pair of goggles. And you can slide those over his head like so. Pretty easy. As long as you put the front down first, then the back. You can't really bring the front down with the back down all the way. You can have them like that. I like to kind of leave his eyes exposed like this. Gives him a little bit more personality. But for now, we'll just do this. That's fine. And then, last but certainly not least, got the thing that kind of makes him like Soundwave from Transformers. This little drone here with his legs that flip out, or hers. Could be a girl. It's got a little red dot on it. You can go whoop, 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 whoop. Now I kind of wish it could perch onto his arm, but no dice. But if you fold it back up, you can actually peg it into his backpack up here. It just kind of sits on there, but it does sit on there. Again, not very securely, but it does fit. Like that. But with that being said, let's take a look at some size comparisons. Taking a look at some size comparisons, here's Firefly next to a couple other G.I. Joe Classified Series figures, which, funny enough, he does reuse some parts from. Got Snake Eyes on the left, and fellow Cobra Island exclusive Beachhead on the right. Up next, here he is next to a couple other G.I. Joe Classified Series figures, this time from Cobra. We've got Destro, who he reuses some parts from, also on the left, as well as his Cobra Island wave mate, the infamous Cobra Viper, on the right. And last but certainly not least, got our two regulars, Mythic Legion's Brother Mandibulus on the left, and the Mortal Kombat 11 Spawn on the right. So with that being said, time to wrap things up with some final thoughts. Overall, and aside from being a goddamn Target exclusive, this is yet again another solid release in the G.I. Joe Classified Series line. Possibly one of my favorites. I don't know, I really like messing around with this guy. I like his little drone, I like his little blaster, I like his crazy tweaker face that looks like he's hell-bent on just straight up saying F everybody and destroying everything. What more could you possibly ask for? That, and I do find that it is a very smart reuse of some parts from Beachhead, Snake Eyes, and Destro. Although this does have some of the same issues I've had with this line since the beginning. I don't really care for the drop-down hips or the loose torso joints, although with this guy, that's scientifically impossible outside of the drop-down hips, which I will also say again, the Fwoosh pointed this out in not only his review of this figure, but also in his review of Zartan. He believes that they may be stressing out the pegs that go into the hips that allow them to rotate, so maybe they should just take those out altogether. I don't know, let me know what you guys think about that. I don't think they add much to the articulation of the figures. They don't really get that much more range when you really look at it. That, and if the Cyborg Spider-Man from Marvel Legends has taught us anything, you can get right angles out of hips without the drop-down joints in them. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Don't forget to like this video, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you know whenever I upload more reviews like this one, as well as don't forget to check out my buddy T-Biz. Shout out to T-Biz for the hookup on this figure. I will leave a link to his channel in the description below where you can check out not only his review of this figure, but many, many more. He's starting to tap into the Mythic Legions lately. Wonder who's responsible for that. Dr. Evil laughed behind the camera. And also, don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you think of this figure, or if you're sick of Target's bullshit. Because God knows the whole internet is. And remember, keep the comments civil, for the most part. Because the world sucks enough as it is. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later.